Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode of Formula One Manager 22. This is episode number 33. It is season 2. It is race number 13. And we are in Hungary. My name is Kevin. I am a geek. And you are watching Kevin the Geek. Here we go for another wet race here in Hungary. That's going to be 2 seasons in a row. We're going to be getting a wet race, and I am really looking forward to this, mostly because we brought 2 new updates to the car this weekend. We have had to emergency manufacture them in order to get them on the car for today's session, but I'm really looking forward to seeing, are we going to get a big boost to our car's performance despite it being in the wane and a little bit unpredictable, shall we say. Practice sessions, Albon P4 and Teo Pacher standing in for Pierre Gasly. He was in 16th. We had a 1-2 for practice 2, but that was mostly because we were the very first drivers to set our times before we had rain for the majority of the second session. So read into that what you will. Into practice 3, Pierre Gasly, again P1. Alexander doing a massive hard tyre long run, which to be honest was kind of unnecessary because of the fact that obviously this is going to be a wet race. But of course we didn't know how wet it was going to be until we actually get onto Sunday itself. So we had to kind of play it because it could have been just that we were going to get like 2 laps worth of rain and it wouldn't have been worth doing it. So we would have had to use the tyres anyway. As you can see, we've got a lot of grid penalties once again for this race. You've got Fernando Alonso and George Russell. They're the biggest 2 that we're going to be kind of concerned about. And then towards the back end, you've got another 3, Lando Norris, Kevin Magnussen and Lance Stroll. Now, how did we do in qualifying? Well, it's our usual 1 out in qualifying 2, 1 out in qualifying 3. Same as it's always been, Gasly and Albon. Gasly getting into Q3, but I'll tell you what, he was mightily close, Albon. He was literally about a 10th away from Bottas. So almost sneaked into qualifying 3. For a long period in that second session, I thought we were going to get both drivers through, but then Bottas just nicked it right at the very end. And then in qualifying 3, Pierre Gasly managed to qualify in P6, which is fantastic. And because of the grid penalties for Fernando Alonso and George Russell, Albon is going to get boosted up 2 places, and so he's going to be starting the race in P9. Now, all 3 sponsorship targets met for the qualifying targets. So that's just under 500 grand that we're getting in, which is basically going to pay off those emergency transfers that we had to bring in. Guaranteed position is obviously the mandatory one of getting at least 1 driver into P14, unless we have a major screw up or we crash out or whatever. We are going to be meeting that objective as we have in virtually every race so for the season. Could we do a bit of a position gain? You know what? For Albon, I'm definitely going to put that in there. I'm going to put that he's going to finish in at least 8th. And Gasly, I'm going to go that he's going to at least go up 4th. So that's basically, well, for Albon, that's effectively 3 boosts to his position. But of course, yeah, he's already got 2 of those by virtue of the grid penalties. That's a little boost for him there. So we're going to go for that. See if we can go for that. The qualifying position, getting at least 1 driver, 15th or higher. We've achieved that. So I need another 3 races to go and we get an extra million. And then our finish position streak to get at least 1 driver finishing in P10. That is the main thing. So, what is it with this circuit? There are a lot of straights and a lot of the slower and the medium corners. You don't get as many of the faster speed corners, so that's one of our biggest advantages, kind of nullified a little bit for this. Now, chances of a safety car is around about 40% based on the last 4 seasons, but based on the practices that we had, and based on the one kind of simulation race run that I did, just to get a little bit an idea of the weather. We've had basically either a safety car or a full virtual safety car. Sorry, virtual safety car or a full safety car in virtually every instance. So the chance of getting either a safety car or a VSC is probably quite high today. Now, obviously, expected strategies, this for dry weather, they're going in the bin. We don't want to worry about those. But you can see there is not, to be honest, a huge amount of difference between the soft tyres and the mediums. It's literally less than a tenth of a second. You know, we're talking about 600ths of a second. So a medium might possibly be the way to go, depending on when the rain comes. Our last race last year out, Jack Doohan for Williams, he was 2 laps down, and Albon in 16th was 1 lap down. I'm hoping that is going to be completely changed this time out, and we can do a little bit better there. And then we're not taking any grid penalties for today, although we are writing this. Surprisingly, Sebastian Vettel has literally still only used 1 engine thus far. Now, I don't know about any of you guys, but so far I've actually not seen any actual engine blow-ups or retirements other than crashes thus far in this game. If you have seen anything like that, please drop me a comment down below. Tell me what you've seen, how you've seen it happen, because so far for me it's only ever been crashes, which is a little bit unrealistic, you know, because people are always going to have you know, engine blowouts that are so completely unexpected. You never know what is happening there. So as I said, drop me a comment down below if you've seen ever in your games a retirement for a reason other than a crash. I'll be really interested to know. Now, the biggest thing also we have to think about is the DRS zones, because you have 2 DRS zones in this race. However, you only have 1 activation point. So if you are behind the driver within a second between turns 13 and 14, you get the DRS all the way down the main start finish straight going into turn 1, but then you also get it down the next straight going to turn 2. So if we're behind on the last lap, if we need to make an overtake, we need to strategize that and take advantage. So if we're ahead, slow down the car, allow the person behind us to go past us, so that we can get that DRS, because it's so overpowered here. It is a massive deal here. Okay, now moving on to the tyre strategy, you can see that because of the wet weather race, we're going to be doing a couple of pit stops. Now, I was trying to determine what I thought was better, going with a 1 stop, as in 1 single set of the intermediate tyres. But if you take it out, you see you are literally having to go ultra conservative for virtually the entire time. That doesn't work. That's not going to work for me. So this is why, sorry, I've just got to edit this again now. This is why for me I am going to be going with the 2 stop for the intermediate tyres. That's what we're going to do. Going for a 2 stop intermediate tyre, so we can go a little bit more aggressive, and that will allow us to gain up the time that we lose by taking that extra pit stop. If we manage to get it done under a pit stop, under a safety car as well, even better. That would be the big thing there. So for the most part, intermediate is going to do it. There's the odd couple of moments that you can see that for about a lap or so you go into that wet weather kind of ballpark area. But to be perfectly honest, it's not really worth it. You know, doing a single pit stop to go onto the wets to then change back onto, well, unless the AI do that, in which case we may have to consider doing that. But realistically, it looks like it's going to be dries, intermediates again, and then back to the wet weather tyres. And because of how short it looks like it's going to be right towards the end, that is going to be a big boost there as well. Again, we could, in theory, go with the softs but you can't
Let's
go
go.
as a
Emoji
directive.
checkered flag, emoji winking face.
Welcome
with
F1
thumb.
Manager, welcome back to another episode. So yeah, I think we're better off going with the mediums. We can really push harder for that initial stage. That's what we're going to be doing today. That is what we're doing for our strategy. We're going to be doing the same for both. Now let me just make sure these are all up to speed. So what I'd like you to do today is I'd like you to drop your prediction down the bottom. Tell me, before the race even gets going, obviously we're starting 6th, we're starting 9th, we're in Hungary. What do you think that we're going to do? Obviously, bearing in mind, we have got 2 new updates for this weekend. We've brought an underfloor upgrade and we've brought a side pod upgrade. That is massive. That has given us a nice big boost to the performance. So, bearing in mind, we've got two new car parts and we're going for a slightly aggressive wet stop strategy. Where do you think we're going to finish? Are we going to finish 6th and 9th? Are we going to do better or are we going to do worse? Drop your prediction down below in the comments. But that's enough talking. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. Let's get going for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
We have beautiful blue skies overhead as the drivers line up on the grid.
Third one first.
Williams here. They might not be in the
Third
top
and
3
11th.
spots, but things could change fast
Interesting.
once the race gets
Okay.
underway.
Well, obviously, I'm going to be aiming
And
better
looking
than
at
that.
the
I'm aiming for a
second
win
Williams car.
today.
They're
I
in the
want to
front half
win.
of the pack,
Finally.
so there's plenty of potential for them. The race starts.
Who is that?
seconds
Is that
away.
3rd for Gasly, 11th for Albon, or is it the other way around?
And here we go with the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
And off we go. So let's just take a look tyre-wise. What is everyone doing? Got some on the mediums and some on the softs. Most people are going for the mediums. Which I think is the right thing to do there. Thank you, F1 Manager.
Good job.
We've got a good car. We've got good drivers.
That's right.
And that's Albon. Well, it's a gain.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Oh. So, currently Gasly in 6th, Albon in 8th. So let's just run down the order right at the very start of this race. So let me just turn down my volume on my side. So I'm just struggling to hear myself speak for a moment. That's a little bit better.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
Okay, so as it currently stands, we've got Sainz, Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Perez, Gasly in 6th,
Get the tyres down there.
Ocon, Albon, Bottas, Russell, Schumacher, Vettel, Ricciardo, Norris, Magnussen, Zhou, Tsunoda, Vesti, Stroll and Alonso. Alonso right at the back of the grid there.
This is good. Come on.
Okay, so are we going to get any overtakes done on the main start-finish straight? We'll see. Let's go on board with Albon so we can see everything right at the front. Are we making any gains there on Albon? It doesn't look like it at the present moment in time. Oh, and we're trying to have a go on Ocon. Can't quite get the move done there. We're going up the inside. Nothing doing here. Let's go back on board with Gasly. Stuck right behind Perez at the moment. And Hamilton's already back about a second back from Verstappen. And not good for them there. Let's see if we can go full deploy. And it looks like Albon has managed to get the move done.
This is the race where Gasly binned it for me
Firm on
2 weeks
DRS.
back LOL. About 2-3 of the way in, hope you fare better bud.
Well, I really hope so too. I don't want Gasly to bin it. I don't want Albon to bin it. I would love all the 5 drivers up ahead of us to bin it. And let's get that race win today. But of course, the strategy of the tyres and when we do our pit stop is so crucial. What I have gained as a rough guess from the sort of simulations that I have done is you can pretty much box right as the rain starts, and pretty much by the time then you come out of the box, obviously this is normal green flag running, it is literally the rain is going. It's literally already going, and you're up to that 1% threshold where obviously the dry tyres are losing time. Now, it is a bit unfortunate that Albon is quite close to Gasly. It's quite unfortunate there because we can't realistically do a double stack at this stage. If it was later in and maybe something could be done, possibly. Maybe possibly. But this early in the race, you know, with it being around about lap 12, 13, 14, that kind of thing, it's not going to be doable. So just going to speed on just 1 or 2 laps just for a moment. Just let it settle in nicely there. So Gasly has managed to overtake Sergio Perez.
Look at this, it's Pierre Gasly.
He's got the inside line. Obviously not much delta difference between the softs and the mediums. So that, for me, is going to give us that advantage that we can just push harder. We like pushing hard. Yes, we do.
The driver's team there cheering them on.
Now this, for me, is the very first race. Oh, Albon trying to make it go on Perez as well. Is he going to get the move stuck? Is he going to get the move stick? Oh, it's very close. He's got the inside line again.
That's good.
Come on, Albon. Come on. Got the inside line again.
And
Yes!
overtake from Williams.
Oh,
Let's see what
beautiful.
happened there. Now watch this. Here's the moment involving Albon.
All the way down the double left-hand turns. Managing to get that move done and
Moving
stuck.
up a position in the pack.
Well done, Alex. Well done indeed. Perez trying to have another go back, and that was a very short-lived P6 there for Albon, but he's got inside edge again.
Keep pushing.
Both of the DRS.
Red Bull gained
Who's
the place.
got the advantage? It looks like it's the Red Bull just got the straight line speed advantage, but I'll tell you what, we're holding on to them. We're doing well to hold on to them. A big old battle here at the front. These top 7 drivers
And a new
all
position
so
just
close to each
gained by
other.
Williams.
And Gasly's up into P4. So overtaking Hamilton. Oh yes. Go on. Let's see. Can we get the move done on Leclerc as well? Ooh. Just had to back out of that one just a little bit. Leclerc going a little bit wide there, which will have slowed it down by a couple of tenths. You see he's just dropped a tiny bit back from his teammate Carlos Sainz, who has now been overtaken by Max Verstappen, who is now in the lead of this Grand Prix. So just going to speed on to lap 10. Gasly, in the meantime, has now has moved up to P3. He's on the podiums already. You called him. You called it. Let's hope we can stay in this position. Russell, down in 8th, is already nearly 4 seconds back from Perez. That's good. And it's the fastest lap for Pierre Gasly. The fastest lap. Ooh, yes. That's what we like to see. He's right now on the back of Carlos Sainz. We're not allowing him to get too far up in the head. That's really good news. And Albon is also up into P6. He's having a go on Hamilton. Oh, yellow flag in sector 1. What's happened there? What's the yellow flag for?
Sounds like we've had a spin.
It's a
Let's have
Stroll
look.
spin.
Now let's have a look. It's Lance Stroll.
Ooh,
That looked like a very...
bit of an unusual spin there. Not sure how that kind of happened. Bit of an unusual one there. One of those that looked like he almost had a little bump. And Albon has managed to get past Lewis Hamilton. So he's now up into P5. And Gasly's up into P2. Oh my God. P2 and P5 at the moment. Get in. Yes, boys. That's another new fastest lap for Gasly. Admittedly, we are pushing quite hard on our fuel at the start of this race. That's because typically you are going to say, oh, we're making a move on Verstappen. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful moves. Go on, Gasly. I want to see that again.
We can take a look now. Now we see the Williams here.
I mean, it was a very straightforward, simple DRS overtake, but I don't care. That was beautiful driving. It was B-E-A beautiful. Okay, can we pull a little bit of a gap to the Verstappen? That's the key thing. So we can pull that gap to more than 1 second. Then they haven't got the DRS. That's a big advantage. Big advantage. Absolutely. Have you by any chance put some rocket fuel in his car today? Because I tell you what, he's on fire. Let's go back on board with Albon right now. He's dropping Hamilton back. You can see he's run about 7/10 back. And we are right on the gearbox of Charles Leclerc. So let's just take a look at what the weather situation is going to be like. So it's saying in about 8 minutes is when we're going to a damp track.
Moved up.
Whether that's true or not, we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, the lap times at the moment, we talk about a minute and a half, so that's what? Probably about 5 minutes. So maybe, about 3-4 laps is about that kind of crossover period where we're going to begin to get it. Albon, can you make a move there on Charles Leclerc? Go on, get it done! Oh! That was very late on the braking there. Oh!
And there's an overtake from Williams. Here's
Oh,
the replay.
oh, this was a Verstappen
Now
one.
look at this. It's
I didn't want to see that one. I wanted to see the Albon one, to be honest. I mean, that was a very nice one there. But can we see the one for Albon as well?
And a new position.
Yes. Come on, I want to see that one again.
Let's take a closer look. Now watch this.
And
Here's
go
the
up the
moment
inside of him. I mean, so late on the braking there. That was very, very brave driving there from Alexander Albon.
Muscle their way through.
I still don't know what I want to do with Albon at the moment. I don't know whether I want to replace him towards the end of the season or not. I think if I get a really good potential, kind of driver to replace him with, it'll definitely be worth considering it. If it's not going to be much of an upgrade, I will be happy to stay, I think, with Albon. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that we're not as far of a gap between us as I would have liked, so we can really get the perfect pit stop. Where we can do a double stack on the same lap. Because I reckon this is going to be literally so tight here today. It's going to be so tight. It's going to be in around about 6 minutes. So that is going to be...
Further rain expected.
Yep, there you go. And you can see the clouds are now coming in. So it is going to be very, very soon.
Alvin's stats are okay, I just couldn't cope with the whiny teen radio, always sounded like he was gonna cry lol.
I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. Gasly, on the other hand, he's a little bit... How to say it? He's very sweary. That's how I see Gasly. He's a very sweary driver. You know, I'd really like to see them in real life. Literally do a sort of a promo day type thing. Literally do it, whether it's like at pre-season practice or something. They're going around and they say, right, for 20 minutes, I want you to basically, I've got a list of things I want you to say in relation to, and say, right, I want you to talk about the setup being really bad, or the setup being really good, or you know, do some good stuff. Like, so if you get an overtake, you can do some good banter with your you know, your mechanic and everything. You know, that I think would just give us that little extra immersion, which at the moment I think we don't quite have. Oh my God, Albon nearly going into the back there of Carlos Sainz. Gazzy,
emoji thumbs up.
I'm wondering, can Gasly just pull out from 1 second gap? I don't think he's going to do this lap, to be honest. Well, getting that 1 second, Albon. Ooh, is it going to be? I think he might be outside the DRS zone. This could be very painful now for Alex. This could be very, very painful. Yeah, matching the times incredibly well. Oh, right. So we're gonna set up our pit stops. I don't know if we're gonna do it at the end of this lap. I have only just worked out recently that there is the option that you can like delay the pit stop by a lap. So we're gonna set it up.
Yeah, we'll box this lap. Okay, box.
And we're going to do the same for Gasly. We're just going to set him up. We just want to see how the rain goes. Okay.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
I want to keep an eye out on here so I can see exactly where we are on the racetrack, because I need to time this so perfectly. Because what you can see here, I'll just briefly show you, when you're on the pit stop thing here, you've got more options, and then you've got delay the pit stop by 1 lap. So that is what I'm basically going to have ready. I'm going to have this ready.
Rears are hot.
Can't see that there.
Doing a good job, keep pushing.
Oh, and the rain is now coming in. The rain is now coming in. So we need to make sure we do our pit stop now on this lap. So we are going to have to double stack it. Otherwise we're going to lose too much time. So I'd rather double stack it and lose time. So Gasly currently down in P4. Just lost out a little bit of time. That's going to harvest a little bit of DRS, and we're going to bring our fuel back down to normal balance levels.
Save fuel.
Yeah.
Now I'm hoping maybe some of the AIs don't do a double stack, which means that their drivers are going to really lose out massively. Maybe we should have done that pit stop last time out. Maybe we should have kept it going. Because you can always see, like I say, 2.5 mil. Right,
Yeah,
Leclerc's staying out. Leclerc's staying out.
Copy that.
What about Perez? Perez is also staying out from the looks of it. Yeah, Leclerc and Perez. There you go. Just having to wait. But we save more time.
Do what you can to keep the tyres cool.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, so.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Oh, let's just pause 1 second. Let's just see. Right, so Russell hasn't pitted yet. Hamilton and Sainz have. Schumacher hasn't. Ocon hasn't. And top three. So, basically, so Gasly is currently effective P2. Then third, fourth, and Albon fifth. That's where we effectively are at the present moment in time. Because they're losing so much time. You can see we're basically we've done our pit stop. And we're virtually on the back of, like, Russell already. Come on, Russell, get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Overtake.
Copy.
Oh, we're losing so much time because we can't get past them.
To use the overtake.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Check
Right.
the DRS.
So Gasly, wow. 6.5 seconds back from Verstappen after getting held up there. That's mental. So Hamilton had a really good one and managed to overcut Carlos Sainz on that pit stop. See, I'm wondering if we had done our pit stop that one lap earlier. You see how slow everyone was going and how they weren't moving out of the way? Would we possibly have
Schumacher has
fallen
pitted.
even further behind as a result? Could that have actually been a situation that we actually would have been, in effect, worse off in that regard? That's an interesting debate to have in your head. But we're now on the wet tyres. Well, not wet tyres, intermediates. So we are, of course, going to be doing our really aggressive drive, where everyone else is basically going to be having to really conserve their tyres if they're going to go straight from this single set of intermediates all the way to the dry compound tyres. And I think for the most part, initially, you're going to be fine. But then it's going to be, because what my estimate is around about lap maybe 62, 3, 4, something like that. It could be literally 2-3 laps before that where you could be losing 3, 4, 5 seconds a lap easily when you're getting way low the 30% mark. But is the AI actually getting the same degradation that you as a human driver get, or as a human player? Because from what I've seen so far, I don't feel that the AI actually do get the same degradation. They can go longer, so like for you, basically, pretty much as soon as you hit 30, your tyres are off the cliff, and they are gone. You're losing. You could be losing maybe like 10 seconds a lap. But I remember the episode, I think it was the one in Canada this year, where Perez went down to like 15% before he started losing time, which lulled me into a false sense of security. I was thinking, okay, maybe I can push that a little bit longer. And we ended up losing so much time as a result. And it was very, very, very frustrating on that occasion. Oh, Albon has had a lock-up. No! Get on the track. Don't allow Leclerc to catch you up.
And that's a lock-up. Let's take a look at the replay. Now watch this. Here's the moment involving Albon. Well, they've lost it. They've locked up.
So where is Charles
The
Leclerc
team are
now?
really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
So we had a gap of about 6 or so seconds to Leclerc back because he stayed out on the dries. And now, because of that lock-up there, that has basically wiped out that advantage. It's very frustrating not going to live. Hamilton around about 2 seconds back from Pierre Gasly, and we're about 5.7 seconds back from Verstappen. So, trying to reel him in, trying to reel in Verstappen is not an easy task. I'm really counting on Verstappen having a cock-up here. That's what we're relying on. Maybe a pit stop blunder, a little run wide, whatever, because it can happen. You know, you can have those situations where you're just driving on your own, under no pressure at all, and then you're boxed. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore to Gasly or to Albon today. But hopefully it will happen to Max Verstappen. That's the big one. Because we want a race win today. We want a race win. That is all that we've been pushing, waiting, dreaming of. Our first race win in the Williams. And we're so close. We've come second like 2 or 3 times this season. But we just can't quite manage to get over that final hurdle. Oh, I so hope it happens today. But if not, I really hope it happens next time out in Belgium. Because Belgium, of course, is still, to date, my favourite race so far. It was the most bonkers race I've ever been bear witness to. Gave us our only points finish in Season 1. So, obviously, if you haven't seen that, do please go back and check that out. It just made my weekend pretty much, you know. So we've just settled into a nice rhythm at the moment. So we're just going to speed on a couple of laps. We don't need to stay on board too much when you're literally kind of saying the same stuff. Albon, like the one, was it last episode out in Austria? He is so good at holding people back in the wets. He's really good at that. I think it might have been Sainz last time. He was holding back Carlos Sainz before, well, he had a lock-up on that occasion as well. That's where Albon frustrates me. He does so well so much of the time, and then it's that one little mistake. That one single solitary little mistake, and you're buggered. As a result, you're absolutely buggered. And it's very frustrating. Oh, we've had a crash on track. Who has crashed? I think it's just a single driver. It doesn't look like it's a safety car. Frederick Vesti at the back of the grid. All on his own. Oh, spin out. And he's lost his wing. And bless him, he's going to now have to do an entire lap without his front wing. Poor Frederick Vesti. So we could be lapping him already by the time we get to about lap 24, 25. Well, actually, we will lap him literally by the end of this lap, actually, to be honest. So it's only taking 24 laps to lap our first car. A little bit harder to lap Norris, who's having a shocker down in P19, but his teammate Daniel Ricciardo having a blinder up in P10. That must have been the pit stop strategy. There's no other way Norris should surely be that far down. Norris is another one. I don't know what he's like as a driver. I've not seen many people drive with Norris. I've not seen many people take him outside of the McLaren. But McLaren, so far, I've not seen them do well. They pretty much, by the end of Season 1, were the 3rd worst team on the grid. And they're pretty much the same as that this season out. Virtually. So, I don't know. Here we go. So, Vesti's coming to change his front wing, bless him. And it's going to be the moment, any moment now, when we see him get lapped by probably at least 3 cars, I'm going to guess. Is Albon maybe going to get him as well? Possibility. So he's probably not going to have to worry too much. Oh, that was a very slow pit stop in terms of changing the tyres. Is Albon going to be able to get him as well? Hope he doesn't get in the way.
Okay, we can use the overtake.
I'm going to get ready to use the overtake because I don't want don't want Vesty to slow us down. Oh, we need to get straight past Vesty. Vesty, move out of the way. Out of the way for Albon, but slow down Leclerc, please. That would be a great assistance. So guys, he's still around about that 5.6 seconds gap from Verstappen, so we must be doing very, very similar lap times. Yeah, to be honest, despite us pushing quite hard, we're not actually gaining that much on him. And it looks like we have managed to clear Vesty reasonably well there. I thought Albon had a car in front of him for a second. I got a little bit confused there. Yeah, so a little way to go before we get our next lap, pit stop, with this aggressive strategy.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Gaz is just beginning to lose a little bit of time, it looks like. Yep, Verstappen has just found a little bit of a pace all of a sudden. Not sure where he's found that from. Let's just go a little bit deploy. Let's just see if we can close him down. Nearly 7 seconds back now. And we've got about nearly 10 seconds back to Carlos Sainz behind us. Oh no, actually no, I'm on the wrong interval. There we go. I don't think Sainz was nearly 10 seconds back. Albon is. Albon's nearly 10 seconds back from Hamilton. And see, that's the thing, we didn't really seem to gain that much. So 136 there. 138. So that's a second and a half we've lost there. Where does that come from? Oh, Carlos Sainz is catching us up. I mean, he's not on a different tyre, is he? No, everyone's all in intermediate.
Wet track.
Yeah, it's a wet track, but why are we losing so much time and Verstappen and Sainz aren't? I mean, at least Albon is faster than Leclerc, that's good news. I don't know if we've got anyone ahead of us slowing us down. Even there again, yeah, Verstappen, 8/10 faster. And Sainz is now right at the back of us. And he was nearly a second faster. He's now literally on our gearbox. Where's our tyre, where's our time gone? Strategy's looking a little bit better than before, so I'm just going to ask them to push a little bit harder now with our tyres. Let's see if we can gain that back a little bit.
Go push.
Let's see if we can try and gain that back. That's a lot of time that we lost out there, really. For seemingly no reason. If you have any suggestions, then please do let me know. We're looking now. We're now starting to kind of stabilise. We're stabilising the times now in comparison, which is good. It's much better. We're stabilised.
Toes haven't really come down. Nathan.
Might be too aggressive. On tires for over 4 and then maybe, perhaps less us Meyer there would like.
Yeah, that could be a point. That could be a good point. Thank you for that. Good little suggestion there. Maybe I'll take a look at that next time if it dips up above the yeah, the 4mm thing. I'll definitely take a look at that. Thank you for that. And we're still, again, remaining very, very constant. Looks like Alonso has overtaken Charles Leclerc. That's interesting there. Got about 2-second gap now. Albon's just managed to pull away a little bit. So really, really happy news there. Go on, Albon. Yeah, getting very, very close to our pit stop now. How are we looking? Yeah, getting quite close now. Bill's getting low. No, you're okay. Yeah, we push hard at the start, and we're going to get back into the negative figures soon. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oop, wrong thing there. Okay, so again, we're just going to get set up. So we're ready to go. Just in case we get anything come in. There'll be 2 laps time for Albon.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah. You can afford to drop back.
Yes. Box, box.
Okay. So both drivers, we're going to obviously just do it next lap. Well, I say both drivers. Actually, no. I think we will be able to do the double stop now, the double stack. That won't be a problem now. Yeah, because we've got about a 15-second gap in between Gasly and Albon. So yeah, we can do the double stop. Come on, Verstappen. Have a little wobbly moment. Just allow us to catch up a little bit, you know? Give God 10 seconds lead on us. Don't see why you can't do that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, yellow flag sector 1. Someone spun out.
Track drying, hence might be an issue but unaggressive.
We've had a crash. What's happened?
Sounds like there's been a crash.
It's
Let's have a
Sebastian
look.
Vettel.
Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. And there we
Ooh.
see the crash.
Fortunately, it wasn't multiple cars, so it's not going to be taking us out there. Okay, so we're going to be coming in now. We are coming in.
Yeah, in the box.
Yeah, it
That's
can't
a
be.
weird one, the way that Gazzy always says that. That makes me laugh. Yeah, in the box. Okay, and then here's Albon just coming to the pit entry now. Got a nice quick pit stop, that's what we want. 2.4, nice, I'll take that. Ooh, slightly slower, 2.5, but not bad. Both of those not too bad at all. I will absolutely take those. And Gasly has come out in P6, right behind Charles Leclerc and Alonso. So I'm going to take your advice. I'm just going to go down into standard, because we're getting into that sort of crossover point for that 4 seconds there.
Energy if you need it.
Okay.
Alright, come on, let's get past Leclerc and Alonso nice and quickly. Come on, you can do it. Ooh. Go on, get Leclerc. Go on, you can do it. Oh, got the inside line. Let's go on board. You're gonna have the outside line now. Oh, have you got it stuck? It looks like you have. Bingo! Right, now just Fernando Alonso, and then we can begin to
And a
reel
new
in
position
Lewis Hamilton.
Just gained by Williams. We can take a look now. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly.
Another thing I'd like to see a little bit different is different helmets.
Moving up a place
There
there.
always seems to be the exact
Excellent
same
work.
ones in this, whereas drivers in real life obviously do
That
little
was a big
changes
moment.
here
The
and
team
there,
are
every now and
clearly
again.
delighted.
Full deploy.
Yep, copy.
We're good to push.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just getting back into the negative fuel delta, the positive fuel delta with Albon, and we'll be doing that as well very shortly with Pierre,
Increase pace.
which is great
Yep,
to
copy.
see.
Check the DRS.
Well, we're going to get the
Yep,
move done
sure.
on Alonso here. He obviously started right at the back of the grid at the start. And boom, back up into P4.
Good job.
Back into P4. 14 seconds back from Lewis Hamilton. While our comparative
There's an
times last
overtake
time
from
out.
Williams.
Marginally faster by a couple of hundredths, but now we're going to be in the clean air. So let's see how we can do on this occasion here. As we get towards the end of this lap, we were nearly a full second faster, well, yeah, than the three drivers above us. That's really good news. Really, really good news. At the moment, Albon not quite in that same category. Oh, actually, no, he was. Sorry, I was looking at that before he crossed the finishing line. Yes, again, about a second faster. So switching over to these new intermediates is very hopefully going to pay dividends. What we're looking about 23, 24 laps, it looks like. So if we gained about that on average for the whole length of this stint, that's basically made up our time again. And we would have lost a lot more time if I think if we'd gone conservative and tried to just stretch them out, you know. So I think we made the right call. I really do. I think we made the right call. Let's just crack on.
I think someone's run wide.
Oh, poor Vesty. He's
Let's
not having
take
a good
closer
day of it.
look. Now just focus on the Haas.
Oh, bless him.
They're way off the racing line there. That isn't good.
Has he been lapped twice yet? No, only the one so far. And you see Gasly is now still reining them in. You're still about a second lap faster. This is wonderful to see. Absolutely wonderful. Save for Albon just closing in on the back of Perez.
Rears are hot.
Copy.
So I'm going to do what you suggested and just bring both of them down a little bit as we're getting into that 1.5 mil kind of range. Just allow them to cool down a bit. And then we can go again. So what, might as well harvest a bit of ERS while we're at it. Just go one lap. Nice and conserve. Cool down. And we can go again.
Push more.
Yeah, copy.
We're happy to push on with the tyres.
Okay.
Okay, copy.
And again, still. I mean, I tell you what, compared to Verstappen, that's nearly 2 seconds. This is like a second and a half faster. Albon, again, more than a second faster. Come on, guys. We're reeling them in. We've thrown our fishing rod out towards them, and we are on the back of literally Perez now. So now we've caught back up. Let's stay on board with Albon a little bit. I want to see if he can make an overtake done. Right on the back of both Bottas and Perez, just waiting for one to make a slight mistake. The quicker we can get past them, the better. Then we can start reeling in Leclerc and Alonso. Come on. Go on, go on. Send it, send it. Brake late, brake late, brake late, brake late. Oh! Yes! Oh, he's got the inside line, Perez. No, 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 no. Back out, back out, back out. Come on, go, 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 go. Inside line again. Go, go, go. Come on, Albon. God damn it! Ah!
Yeah. Deploy.
Copy.
I want you to push even harder. Come on.
Let's close this gap.
Yes, okay.
Come on, just. I want you to get past both of them. Come on, you can do it.
Reduce left in close.
Yep, copy.
Oh! He's just not brave enough at the moment to go for it. Well, yes! Go on, send it! Be brave and aggressive. Come on. Bottas, move out of the way. You're slowing me down. Oh! If it was just Perez, I would have been fine. But the fact that Bottas is there, is just... It means that we have to be so careful and back off.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Just need to get that clear move done. Oh, see! Still right there. Come on.
Red Bull moved up.
See, now we're just stuck in this little zone. We just can't get that move done. How's Gasly getting on? Down to just under 4 seconds back from Hamilton now. So we've gained about a lot of time. Right, has that move stuck? It looks like it may have done.
And a new position.
Right,
Just gained
Albon,
by
get
Williams.
past Bottas.
Okay.
Get it done, nice and easy. Yes! Oh my God. Perez made that such hard work. Right, now,
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Albon should be able to just pull clear now. What was his last lap time now in comparison to that? Yeah, nearly 2 seconds faster. They was just so slow. Magnussen's in the pit. I presume he's going on to the intermediates. Magnussen, are you coming out? Do you have a wing change or something there? Oh! Hang on! Magnussen's got onto the wets! That's a strange choice. Does he know something that I don't? That's really bizarre there.
You can afford to drop back.
Okay.
Oh, we are now on the back of Hamilton. That makes no sense, because you can see, I mean, okay, yes, we are quite heavy for a lap or so, then we dry back off again. Russell's in the pits. Is he going to be a wet one as well? He is! Russell's gone on to the wets. Let's get to the end of this lap. What was his speed in comparison? I mean, Magnussen's about 3 or 4 seconds faster. Because they are driving in the west. Someone's locked up. Oh, was that Magnussen? Was it actually Magnussen? Because we were watching him.
Oh, big lock up there.
It was Magnussen, weirdly enough. But yeah, we're back down into the intermediate range. So, I mean, Russell there was only what? About a second and a half after yellow flag sector 3. What's happened? Someone spun out again.
That's a spin.
Carlos Sainz.
Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Oh.
The tyres aren't really coming down.
Okay.
We could do with a bit more pace now if you've got it.
Yeah, come on. That's it. Right, so
Use
Gasly.
overtake.
Yeah.
Oh! Hamilton's also on the wets. We've got 4 drivers on wet tyres. Gasly is about a second faster than Verstappen. And nearly 3 or 4 seconds faster than Sainz. So come on, Gasly. We can do this, boyo. We can do this. In actual fact, obviously, we're not too far away from the dries. Right, so guys, I want you to send now with everything you've got.
You're good to push.
With your intermediates, literally push with
Use energy.
everything you've got.
Yeah.
deploy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, flag sector 1. Rain has stopped on the track. Alonso's in the pits.
It's a crash. Here's
Alonso
the replay.
crashed. Ah, I was
Now
going to
watch
say
this.
that seems
Here's
very
Alonso's car.
a late pit stop to do when you're about to go into dries.
And that's an off, and a big off.
Oh. There's no one that has brought out the safety car. So Albon is back up into P6 at the moment. Gasly is in P3. Oh, still really good times in comparison. So we just need to keep the eye out. You can see Verstappen and Sainz down to 41, 39%. Oh, and Albon is up into P5. So he's overtaken Charles Leclerc.
New position just gained by Williams. Let's see what happened there.
Made
Now,
very
we see
short
the
work of him
Williams
there.
here.
Get in. Getting very, very close now. Again, we want to have basically the perfect pit stop. Got to do this perfectly. You can try and catch up to Sainz by the time the pit stop happens. I'll be very, very happy. Come on, we can do this. Come on, Pierre, you beauty. Obviously, his little lock-up spin came in really, really timely for us. Again, a second faster.
And there's an overtake from Williams. Let's have a look. Now watch this. Here's the moments involving Albon.
Of course, Hamilton's on the wets. Still cannot believe that they went on to wet.
They
If you're
take
going to do a
advantage
pit stop,
and
go on
muscle
to
their way
the
through.
intermediate.
Excellent
You
work.
know. So we're currently P3 and P4 as it currently stands. Just humongous news. Okay, so Gasly, I'm going to set up his pit stop. Do I do the mediums or do I do the softs? No, let's do the softs. Ooh.
Box, box.
But then, basically, oops, no,
Box
that's
this
not the
lap.
right thing. Delay by one stop, because I don't think it's going to be this lap. Albon has a brand new set, which is
We're
even
not
better.
boxing this lap.
Okay, box, box.
Yeah, but look at how fast it's drying. I don't think it's going to be by the end of this lap. So we're going to look to do it next lap. Next lap will be the one. We're right in the back of Carlos Sainz now. Come on now, you can do this.
no saving required.
Okay.
And we think you can reduce lift and coast.
Come on.
Yep, copy.
Oh, get out of the way! Get out of the way! No! Out of the... No! Oh!
Use overtake.
Yellow flag sector 2. Someone's run wide.
They've gone wide.
There's Lewis
Take a
Hamilton.
look now. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one. Oh dear, dear, dear. That's far wider than they would have wanted.
Oh, God. But because he's on those wets... I mean, where is Hamilton? I mean, he's P7. I'll tell you what, Bottas is right on the back of him. Oh, what? That's a bit of a glitch. It's showing on there saying I've got soft tyres on, but then when you look at the actual tyres, they're showing it's they're intermediate. That's very bonkers. Oh, I'm just thinking. I think we still need to lay one more lap. One more lap, I think. And then we're in the money. Or do we risk it? We've got 4 and 7 seconds. Just thinking, do we maybe risk? Because Albon's right at the start of the lap. Right, actually, no, what? Albon will let you come in this lap because you're right at the very start of your lap. So by the time you get round, ooh, decision. Not coming down as much as I'd like. You know, yeah, 1.28. By the time you're doing your pit stop, I think that's the right thing to do. Right, here we go. Yeah, and suddenly I've apparently got soft tyres on, which ain't right. Right, we'll move back onto the back of Sainz. Come on, let's see if we can get past him before the pit stop. Okay, here we go.
Doing a good job, keep pushing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right, so Gasly is in. Nobody else is. So we're the first ones going onto our dry tyres. I'll just be interested once
Check the DRS.
we've got like some good laps in, just what our times are like in comparison. Right, Ocon is now in the pits. Just make sure our fuel doesn't
Safe
go
fuel,
over.
safe fuel.
Yep.
Well, let's get round. Oh, look at that! Gasly has blitzed past colour signs. Oh, Verstappen has pitted. I didn't think he had pitted. Come on. Come on, Albon.
Stonking lap.
He's got a
Yes.
stonking lap. Yes! Yes, boyo! And Gasly is now, who at one point was like 8 seconds back, well, actually no, about 25 seconds back from Verstappen, is now within 8. So that's good news. That's good news to see.
Bottas is pitted.
And Albon has definitely made up time as well in comparison. Could he manage to make a gain on Sainz? Not now, I wouldn't reckon so. Oh my god! Hamilton down in 12th, Russell down in 15th. Them going on to the wet tyres was such a bad strategy. So we're currently P2 and P4. That's what we are currently.
Copy.
Oh, beautiful. BEA beautiful. And hopefully this is how it's now going to end. Because I don't see Albon catching up to Sainz. And I can't really see Gasly catching up with Verstappen unless Verstappen makes a mistake. So a P2 and a P4. Delighted. De-freaking-lighted. And you thought Albon was going to be down in P11. Oh, ye of little faith, F1 manager. Who's he got up ahead of him? Is that Verstappen up ahead? Or is that someone else? Oh, it's Guan Yu Zhou. Right. God, Hamilton's been lapped. I've just seen. Hamilton's literally just been lapped. Another new fastest lap. Set by Gasly. Get in.
4 laps to go.
Nice strategy, emoji okay hand, lol I underestimated Alvin today, emoji speak no evil monkey.
You did underestimate him, but that's not a bad thing. Yeah, to be honest, I underestimate him a lot of the time there as well, I think, a little bit. Leclerc apparently had a really slow lap there. Oh, actually... Oh, no, he didn't. So did literally Leclerc and Perez only lap last night out? Oh no, was that their out lap? That would have been their out lap, actually, yeah. I was thinking that would have been a very, very slow lap. But, oh, Sainz has got the fastest lap at the moment. Come on, boys. I want fastest lap.
Use energy.
Okay.
Yeah, I want literally fastest lap, so first I'm just going to get both of them to cool down a little bit.
Yeah, take it easy.
We're going for fastest lap. Jesus Christ, Verstappen 1:17.1?
Yep, copy.
Oh my God, I can't see us really getting that then. Well, we're going to try nonetheless. We're going to try. Well, we want a 1:16 something. That's what we really want. Yeah, we're just cooling down the tyres. Got enough of a gap. We can just cool down. Just crack on. Right, here we go. Gasly, I want you to go full on attack. Full push with everything you got.
More in the high speed if you can.
I want fastest lap from one of yous. You can do it, boys.
Okay, push hard.
Come on, last lap of the Grand Prix. We can do this.
Sure.
We can do this.
Full deploy.
Right, Gasly's green sector 1. We want purples though. We want purples.
Rears are hot.
I know the rears top right. Both of them are green. We've got purple sector 2. Yes. Come on. Come on, Gasly, give me that fastest lap, please. We don't get anything for it, but if we get second and a fast lap, I'll be delighted. Come on. On 116. 116.
Max Verstappen over the finish line.
Oh, he didn't.
Today's winner.
And it's green, green.
Nice checkered flag.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
117.5.
Very
So
good
about
points
4
for the
tenths
team.
off that one
When you stop it,
for Gasly.
wait 5 seconds and then P0.
And Albon. 117.3. Oh, he was the closest to getting it. Oh.
Yes, guys.
Yeah, copy. Nice job.
Oh.
Nice job.
P2 and P4 getting. Woo! And Mercedes not in the points. This is, I mean, Russell's down 18. Bless him. Alonso, I feel bad for him. They started at the back and didn't quite manage to get in the pits. In the points rather. Not in the pits. Oh. Alright, let's see this. Go on. We want to see Pierre on the podium. There's our boy.
Well, this weekend, Pierre Gasly flew us to the stars. Imagine how chuffed they must be. A podium is a real feat, and it's been accomplished in style.
Yeah, but we want to win. We want to be at the top step. Oh, that's the frustrating one. It's coming though. I'll tell you, it is coming. That first race win
Frenchman
is
was in
on its
sublime
way.
form today, fully deserving of his podium finish here.
Oh, right. Any change in the standings as a result of that? Let's have a look. So Perez overtakes Hamilton. Gasly stays 6th. Albon stays 8th, but Albon is now 2 points behind George Russell. And Gasly is 15 points behind Hamilton. So we've not overtaken, but we've gained 13 points on them. So we're now 17 points back from Mercedes, which, if we have one more race like that, then we're literally on the back of them. Could we end up getting 3rd in the Constructors? That would be a humongous achievement if we managed that. I mean, we ain't getting overtaken by anyone else. You know, we're really not. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see any sweeping changes with any of the other teams in like maybe next season. Because at the moment, Aston Martin and Haas, they should be at least doing a bit of improvement. You know. So it doesn't look like we've earned any development points today. 3 million extra into the bank, which has basically covered what we paid for our emergency manufacture. For our lovely, lovely shining new parts for the underfloor and the side pods. Oh, mid-season board review. I forgot about this. So, here we go. Season objective for the target is finishing 7th. We're in 4th. So we're bang on target, above target. Long-term objective is score points in 50% of this season's races. And so far, we've done that in 11 of 11. So that means we've basically met that target. We've met that target because there's 22 races. So even if we fail to finish in every single remaining race of the season, we have met that long-term objective. So given your performance, we've decided to reward the below cash bonus based on their confidence in your leadership. Really? 1.5 million? Is that it? Is that it? My God. Not a lot of money. Okay. So, usual stuff there. Now, because we've now got the mid-season break, and I remember we basically got... Did we start something? Or, I'm trying to remember, there was something... That rings a bell. That someone was going to end. Oh, it was the chassis research. That's what it was. That's what I think we've got going. Don't think there's anything that we can set up as in a new project. So I don't think we've got the engineers available. For example, if I do that. Yeah, well, I mean, we've got no CFD or wind tunnel hours. Oh, we have got the engineers available. Okay, let's take a quick look. Let's just see if there's anything that we could maybe consider doing. So obviously version 3 of the sidepods and the underfloor. I mean, the low speed is still our downfall, I think. Yeah, that's our biggest weakness still. And then obviously the brake and engine cooling. So we can try and do something for the low speed corners. So let's do a new front wing then. Can't do anything there. Right. Let's do that. So that would basically take our low speed from 17th to 14th effectively, which isn't a lot, but it yeah, it just boosts it, you know. So this would be by the 18th of September. Bingo. I'm happy with that. But then I won't be able to do the update that I wanted to do. Hang on, right, hang on. Because there's a massive thing I want to do now we've actually got the money. So let me do... Where was it? It was a design center, wasn't it? That's the one. Right. That's the one I've been wanting to do for ages. I wanted to pay out for that one. So let's get that done and paid for. So that's done. And then got literally no more money coming in until the Belgian Grand Prix. That's fine. So now if we go back and we set up that one for the front wing, or do we just do research? No, right. This will be basically I think our last upgrade for the season. Yeah, that I'm happy with that. Right, let's do that one as rushed rather than intensive. Perfect. Okay, so that will be done for after the next race. So that'll be after the Belgian Grand Prix. And then as we move into September, we basically have a triple... Well, actually, no, that is the one. That's the triple. So basically Belgian, then Dutch, then Italian Grand Prix, that European header. I am happy with that. And then basically from there on out, we can just basically focus on research for the next season. I'm happy with that. Perfect. Right. Let's just skip on. I don't know if there's really anything that's going to come up now. Between now and Spa. Don't think there was anything. Has it frozen? Don't say frozen. Oh, thank God for that. Wonder what was happening there for a moment. Alright, let's just take a look at the driver's market. Just see if anything's changed now. Just out of curiosity. A negative outlook towards our team. That's still the case. Still, Bottas is the only one. And Pierre. Then Vettel, Magnussen, Zhou Guan Yu. Who's one that we haven't actually scouted. You know what? Let's just scout him. Because we've got scouts available. Why not scout him? Just in case Zhou Guan Yu could be a potential. And you know what? Let's do Lance Stroll as well. Why not? Why not? And then obviously you've got Piastri, who, to be honest, might be the one to go for if we do replace him. Because obviously he's got higher growth potential. Might grow a bit quicker. And he expires, it looks like, this year. So actually, Oscar Piastri, I mean, I know he's a typical one that everyone goes for, but if we do think about replacing Albon and we can't go higher, do we think about giving a season to Piastri? Then at least that way he might increase faster than Albon and catch up to him by the end of the third season, you know? I don't know. I'd be more interested to go for someone like George Russell or Lando Norris. They'd be the ones I'd be more interested in, I think. I mean, even Esteban Ocon's not interested in joining us. What about staff-wise? Is there any changes here? Literally, again, the two that's higher than us, they don't want anything. And again, the three ahead of Arrows, nope, they don't want us. Ben Mitchell, oh, we've already got Ben Mitchell. So Chris Cronin, of course, is the other Aston Martin one who is open to us. Again, beyond that, not really that many people wanting to actually join our team, even though we're doing so amazingly in the tables, clearly. So we're going to have to have a look into that at some point, see if we can do any changes there. But I think that's going to do it for another episode, because we've got literally nothing now, basically, until the Grand Prix. Literally, apart from this chassis research, which obviously isn't going to give us actually any information as to, you know, how that looks for next season. So that's going to wrap up another episode. Thank you once again for joining me in this episode, in this journey. Really delighted to have everyone on board with me. We had another great result, obviously finishing in P2, but just missing that little extra bit that we need to get into first position. But I get this sneaky feeling this is going to happen by the end of this season, and I really hope it will do. So, until next time, my name is Kevin, I am a geek, and you have been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.